Hey there, it's Realtor Randy with Mendez and Associates Real Estate Group at eXp Realty. And I am excited today because today I'm going to chat with you a little bit about why we chose eXp. And so that was a big decision for me. Let me just tell you, the first time I ever heard about eXp, it didn't necessarily catch my attention. And let me tell you a little bit about kind of what I was looking for. There was two things that I knew I really wanted in this business. And one of those was stability, just a little bit more stability. I don't mind being in a commission-based business, but I definitely wanted to diversify my income stream, and I wanted to have some kind of, residual income is what I was looking for. And because I had a property management background, that actually led me to leave the RE/MAX office, which I loved tremendously. And I believe that, God does everything for a reason. And that one move for that one reason ended up with me becoming a broker of a franchise office. And that was very enlightening. And I learned a ton about, how hard it is to be profitable as a brokerage and just where the bulk of the time goes as a broker. And in these different processes, and if you've watched my other videos kind of about how I got into the business as well, I talk about having spent a lot of time on the broker side, which is hugely valuable for you as a client, because obviously I've seen far beyond my own experiences and my own transactions. I've seen, a plethora of other agents and even agents outside of my brokerage. But with that said, the second thing I knew I wanted to do was spend more time working for my clients. So based on those two things, I knew I wanted some kind of change, right? And I really thought for years that it was going to be property management. And let me just tell you, that was kind of ironic and funny, because doing property management didn't really give me the time to spend more time with my sales clients and on my sales clients. So that is kind of what led me to always be open-minded and to just see what was out there. And that is really what turned on my light bulb to eXp. And then, boy, was it one of those things that once I saw everything eXp had to offer, I couldn't unsee it. And I dove in and I modeled numbers, and I really wanted to make an informed decision. And at that point, as a broker and as a team leader, I wanted to make an informed decision that not only was the best decision for myself, but how was it going to better serve my clients? How was it going to better serve my agents? And one of the ways that I really believe that it better serves my clients is because I believe fiercely in teams. I am great at a lot of things. I am not great at everything. Nobody is amazing at every part of a real estate transaction. Nobody. We all have our strengths and we have our weaknesses. So I think what is better and how I best serve my clients is to hand you over a team of professionals that are able to run their sector of the ball and just be that, again, I use this analogy a lot, but that year-over-year Super Bowl winning team. We go to the Super Bowl year over year because we master our positions and we master the handoff between each other, right? And so with that said, without, again, getting too deep into it, unless, of course, you want to be in the business. If you want to be in the business, just let me know and we can talk about this. But for client-facing purposes, I'll just say there's a lot of parameters around teams. Teams, you will see that a lot of teams have turnover, and it's not because they're not great teams. It's just there's constraints. Our industry is built very cannibal-like, and it has a lot of baby. So that's just me being a mom. my son is watching something, so that's who I am, and so. Anyhow, there's a lot of constraints within that box. And so what you'll see with teams is you'll see, 2 or 3 members really get a good jive going a lot of times, but you also see a lot of different rotation just because inevitably it's not, the industry isn't built for everybody to get to flourish. And for everybody to have a win. And so eXp really turns that on its head. So now I am able to really have, for instance, how do I serve you as a client? Well, since COVID hit, I literally could not have served my clients the way and the level I served them and met them at their comfort level had I not had showing partners. Well, typically showing partners are buyer agents or something on a team that eventually outgrow it and they want to leave, right? And they want to go do something else. Well, now we actually get to graduate them through. So eXp allows us to collaborate at an unmatched level. And that same collaboration has unlocked a really cool byproduct, which has taken me from being a local real estate resource to a national real estate resource. And now let me tell you something. Every agent out there 99.9% of us can tell you, oh, I can get you an agent in Utah. I can get you an agent in Florida. I can get you an agent in San Diego. And that's true, because maybe it's the franchise they're with. Maybe it's a group. Now we have social media groups where you can post and say, hey, I'm looking for an agent here. And I'm by no means saying that when that happens, there isn't a good chance that they're going to get you a quality agent. But I am telling you, there's something completely different about saying I can help you in almost any market, and I have a partner there. I have somebody that I have a working relationship with, that I know how they run their business, and I'm handing you off and able to edify this person and know that you're in good hands. And very often, I'm able to hand my clients off and stay part of the transaction. In the last couple months, I've closed homes in, through referral partners, obviously, in Redding, California, in Almanor, California, in San Antonio, South Carolina. So a really good handful. And I got to find out things like, okay, where they at? Oh, they're multiple offer situation. How's that going? Oh my goodness, right? I got to be part of that same experience and that same excitement that I would if my client was in my market. I also got to be part of the strategy at some points. It was like, okay, here's what we're looking at. How can we do this? How can we facilitate that? Other times there's been two, right? There's been a property here and a property elsewhere, and we're able to seamlessly line that up. We're both on the phones. I mean, there has been a couple deals where we had to be on the phones and we had to, arrange for one agent. I was talking to the agent over there and I was like, okay, you got to drive to the recorder's office and I'm going to do this over here. And the family wanted to be in the house before a holiday weekend, and we made it happen because, again, there's a difference between a semi-warm, lead, like, hey, these are two agents that would be great, give them a call, versus, hey, this is my partner here and I can help them. So that's another way that it really better suits our clients. And the next one is just going to be, again, experience. So, a COVID is another great example. Amidst COVID, my sellers quickly got some of the highest cutting edge technology, and some of my investors, we were able to adapt and pivot instantly to handle no showings and things that we had never seen before. And now my buyers are getting some really great competitive edge techniques in a market that has almost no inventory. And it's because I'm speaking to the guys that are in the mud in other markets that are very similar to ours that have no inventory or had a restriction on tenant showing properties or tenant occupied showings or whatever the case may be. But you're speaking to the people that are doing this at the highest level, right? So somebody that shows up to the gym 3 days a week is going to have great skill, but somebody that shows up, twice a day, 7 days a week is probably going to be a little bit more skilled and knowledgeable. And so for me, I am very thankful, and there's great people in my market that I've got to be in alignment with, but I wanted to maybe reposition myself, even if I was no longer the big shark, if you will, in the tank. I wanted to reposition myself with the biggest sharks in the market, in the industry. I wanted to learn how they pivot. How do they get the competitive edge? How do they how do they better serve their clients? And so that level of collaboration is another win that our clients see. Our clients win, the techniques of us masterminding, of us going and into conversations or having those one-off situations and being able to reach out and say, hey guys, I've got this, what would you do, right? I have not one, not two, but 10 immediate think tanks throughout the country that this is what they do at a high level that I can lean into. And again, as an extension of that team that is giving you that unsurpassed experience, right? And so, I could go on and on about that. Obviously, that's just the collaboration component. The other component is the eXp education model. So the way, again, what eXp has done, if you don't know, is we're a cloud-based brokerage that is agent-owned, that is publicly traded. And so when I speak, again, this is more for my clients, so I'm not speaking so much to it, but what it does do, again, is it allows me to have a generous business model. It allows me to have a winning business model to where any agent who is looking to be in the business doesn't have a cap, a true no cap, no rules. They can build their own brand and I can support them. I can rally them. I can cheer them. It provides unmatched training, because the way that the company is everybody's incentivized to help everybody. And there's multiple reasons, revenue share being one of them, but another one being that we're stock traded. So we all are invested in the stock. But another one is that there's certain metrics and benefits that we get as top producers. It's called the icon agent. But some of those requirements are, for instance, if you have this status, yes, you get some cost savings and you get some rewards through stock. But in order to do that, one of the requirements is that you also show up and you teach and you pay it forward, right? So they're incentivizing the best of the best to pour into the other agents. And so that also is a great way that I'm able to serve my clients better, because I am not only able to collaborate and mastermind, but I'm able to go into trainings any day of the week, and I'm able to learn, and I'm able to, maybe it's that probate sale, maybe it's that divorce sale. There's so many different properties and different situations I have seen. Who knows what it could be, but I'm able to go and get some individualized specific information for you to maximize your profit, to maximize your savings, to maximize your win. And so those are all really, really awesome reasons that we chose eXp. I obviously want to try to keep my videos a little bit shorter. And so I'm working on that. So right now I'm at the 50, at the halfway mark of yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. It is a great company. Like I said, if you ever wanted information on it, as far as somebody getting into the business, I'd love to have that conversation. But as a client, I will tell you this. In my 16-year career, I probably have only twice ever in my entire career had a client come to me because of the company I was with. At the end of the day, it's really going to be the individual. And here's what I can tell you. I am a higher skilled professional, and I'm a better person and more adapt to serve your real estate needs because of the company that's behind me, simply because of the tools that they give me access to. With that said, of course, I make the choice to pick up the tools and utilize them. I make the choice to go into the think tanks and absorb and be a sponge and grow. And like I said, at the end of the day, I'm super excited because now I've been able to build this mega team that has all of these core key staff members that are dedicated, that are growth minded, that are completely 150% focused on their section of your transaction and making sure they get you that home run. So I hope that helped you a little bit in case you're ever wondering about the company. But we are innovative. We are a new kind of experience. I think experience get it eXp. We are definitely here to stay. And here's the great news. If you're like, you know what, gosh, that agent just impressed me. She was a rock star. I believe in her. She's going places. You can even invest in our company. I have to tell you, one of the coolest things was when one of my staff members, family members said to me, "Oh, I know, I bought stock." And I said, "What?" And I was like, that was really cool. So when you see these high skilled, high level professionals in our company and you see them being successful year over year, you actually have the opportunity to invest in that if that's something you like. And so again, that's another way that that it is beneficial for our clients. So on that note, I want to remind you that we're doing a couple giveaways. So every day, let me get my phone so that I don't forget, we're going to be giving a word of the day. And at the end, you're going to remember the word of the day. And then at the end of the 20 days, you'll be able to enter the phrase, and everybody will be entered to win a $250 gift card. And then the second thing that I did want to let you know is that you will get an extra entry anytime you share one of our videos. So if you would just be kind enough to share our video, then you will get an extra entry, which will be really cool as well. So on that note, please remember to like and share and comment as I scramble. There we go. I got it. Scramble to get our keyword. I should have had that ready to go ahead of time. And if you have any questions for us, you can always go to realtorsinyourcommunity.com and go ahead and register there. And we would be happy to answer any questions that you have. And also you can DM me. And on that note, our second word of the day is estate. Estate. E-S-T-A-T-E. So thank you so much. Thank you for bearing with me for another 13 minutes. Let's see if every day I can bring it down. I feel like that's going to be a really hard challenge, depending on what the topic is. But I will be here throughout the entire month, just talking about a different array of subjects and hoping to earn the opportunity to be your real estate resource. So thanks so much and have a blessed day.